6-1 is the Minnesota native against Jose Munoz. This is a match basically playing for day 2 here because, as we mentioned, 7-2 is going to be your cut unless something strange happens. So winner of this match will be in, as there's an inspiring advantage into an ether vial. For Overturf, it's an Inkmoth Nexus. It's a Memnite. It's a Mox Opal. And just a passing of the turn. We'll go back over to Munoz, excuse me. He's got a counter on his vial. We'll see what his second turn yields. Another inspiring advantage. And a simple passing of the turn here for Jose. Ryan will draw a card, picked up a Spire of Industry. Card you have to be a little bit wary of here is Thraben Inspector. This vial's going to go up to 2. Memnite not going to attack. Doesn't want to run into the Clue Maker. Now Jose didn't have one, but no harm, no foul. There's a Plains, 3 mana. This will be a Thalia, Heretic Cathar. Overturf will draw. Picked up a copy of Galvanic Blast, timely.
Yeah, it looked like Overturf's opening here was a little heavy on mana, but an unchecked Steel Overseer will more than compensate for a hand that's a little heavy on mana.
Spire of Industry is going to enter the battlefield tapped. This is an Arcbound Ravager. You see Overturf is going to save that Galvanic Blast for something he's a little bit more afraid of, because it's clear to me that he is not afraid of that Thalia. So he's just going to pass the turn back. Here's an activation of Ether Vial. Galvanic Blast is going to take care of the Thalia. Lean and Arbiter.
Well, this is something of a win here for Munoz, as Overturf fired off the Galvanic Blast here. Now there is something for the Direfleet Daredevil to flash back.
Yep.
And he really needs to get rid of this Steel Overseer as soon as possible. It is, if you are creature on creature, and that thing sticks around for a few turns, very hard to compete.
Looks like Munoz picked up Plains. Looks like we'll have a Steel Overseer activation. Munoz will activate this vial. Here comes Direfleet Daredevil. We'll target the Galvanic Blast in the graveyard. Gonna cast that. Gonna go after Steel Overseer. Now Ryan can save this, which is kind of interesting. He could sack some artifacts if he'd like.
Yeah, you can sacrifice the Mox to the Ravager and then Ravager to the Steel Overseer. Or you can do it the other way, which is just move the Steel Overseer onto the Ravager.
That too. Just how much of a premium does he put on the Overseer, which is obviously a lot.
Yeah.
So now Galvanic Blast will resolve. Now Overseer will grow into a 4/4, Memnite into a 2/2. We're going to head back over to Ryan. Another Arcbound Ravager. Activate Inkmoth Nexus. Activate Steel Overseer. Giddy up, let's go. And beatdowns for 2 infect damage. And that could be Overturf's route to victory here. Just in the air with Inkmoth. Don't have to deal 20, only have to deal 10. As Munoz is going to bring his vial up to 3, he'll draw a card. Looks like he may have picked up a copy of Flicker Wisp. And there's a Plains. The unfortunate thing for Jose this game is that those lands aren't really doing anything extra.
Well, that's the difference in efficiency between these two decks, is look how much Overturf's lands do compared to Munoz's Plains and Inspiring Advantages.
Steel Overseer activation yet again. Inkmoths will grow up.
If the land spell ratio is at all equitable on either side, the fact that Overturf's lands are more fuel for everything that's going on, and Munoz just has some lands. It's a big difference in the overall efficiency.
Overturf could have maybe tried to go for the win that turn, but he's in such a good spot. He doesn't need to take any real risks. Lyle going to go up to 4. And we are all done here as Ryan Overturf is going to win game number 1 here over Jose Munoz. Affinity very quickly up a game here over White-Red Taxes, as Jose could not ever really get anything going that game. We're going to analyze the sideboards here between both players in just a moment, but first, a few messages from our sponsors. We are back to watch Jose Munoz against Ryan Overturf. White-Red Taxes versus Affinity. Game number 2 about to be underway. We'll start with Jose and his sideboard of 3 Rest in Peace, 2 Blessed Alliance, 2 Spirited Labyrinth, 2 Burrington Fortune, 2 Stony Silence to settle the wreckage, a Warship, Lean and Relic Arbiter, Relic Warder, excuse me, and a Magus of the Moon. So a couple of cards.
Really great sideboard here. Magus of the Moon, Lean and Relic Warder, Worship, Sell the Wreckage, 2 copies of Stony Silence, all excellent here.
Yeah, I like a lot of the options that Jose has here. For Ryan, I don't think he has much. He's got 2 Master of Ethereum, 2 Spell Pierce, a lot of one-ups here in Dispatch, Dismember, Grab Trigger's Cage Edge Champion, Relic of Regentis, Gear Power Aether Grid, Ceremonious Rejection, Spell Skite, Ancient Grudge, Vandal Blast, and a Wear Tear.
I suppose you could talk me into the Wear Tear. Munoz has a mixture of artifacts, some creatures that are enchantments, and maybe some stray sideboard cards. Possibly the Spell Skite. Not a whole lot to bring in, though.
Yeah, I think I want the 4th Etch Champion as well in this matchup. He's got 3 in his main deck. I don't really like Master Ethereum in this spot all that much. Seems like it's just going to die. But past that, I don't think there's too much to bring in.
Yeah, I don't mind. The Etch Champion's probably an upgrade.
Maybe hold a plating and run away with the game pretty quickly before Jose can get set up. But, you know, he is staring down a deck that's playing 2 copies of Stony Silence. One of the reasons Affinity is actually pretty good right now is that those white sideboard cards that people would go to in Stony Silence or Rest in Peace just aren't very popular right now.
A lot of the white mid-range sort of strategies have been folded into either Jason the Mind Sculptor decks or Jund. Mm-hmm. So you are right. So far in this tournament, we haven't seen a whole lot of the Rest in Peace, Stony Silence. The white Haymaker sideboard cards just haven't been that popular so far.
Yeah, it's been interesting with those cards kind of falling out of the format. That's why you saw a deck like Ironworks Combo do so well in the hands of Matt Nass at Grand Prix Phoenix a couple weeks ago, because Stony Silence, Rest in Peace, 2 cards that are very good against that deck, are definitely on the decline. Mm-hmm. So even though Modern, the metagame doesn't shift all that quickly, it does shift. And if you are paying attention, you can maybe take advantage of the metagame a little bit. Maybe that's why we see Affinity here in the hands of Overturf and Hawkins doing so well. And again, this isn't the style of deck that Overturf would generally play. He loves himself a Grixis Stelver deck. But trusting Eric Hawkins, who he came down here this weekend with, might have been a good idea. As Iganjo Castle. That's how we'll start things off. A Blinkmoth Nexus into a Springleaf Drum is where Overturf will start things. Does he have a 0-mana creature? No, he's got a Mox Opal. He'll pass the turn back.
Yeah, looks like Overturf has brought in a sideboard copy of Dispatch.
2 mana? Aha! The Fun Police is here.
Okay, well. Let's see where this goes.
I would keep that hand too if I was Jose. Overturf with a Dispatch and a Galvanic Blast that he can't cast right now. Signal Pest, that does nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You've got that covered and a whole bunch more, Jose. Jose will play a Thalia. Pass the turn back. Overturf is going to draw a card for the turn. There's another Signal Pest. They're great as a duo.
They synergize with each other.
Mm-hmm. Very good together. Thalia feeling frisky? Yes. Overturf down to 18. There's a Field of Ruin. And now, looks like Leaning Arbiter. Okay. That's a turn back. Overturf could really use the land right now. He taps for mana. Oh, yeah, sort of. Inkmoth Nexus sort of counts.
Yeah, you would like one of the 5-color lands.
Yeah, Glimmer Void, Spire of Industry, those would have been great. Signal Pests, plural, will attack. They'll battle cry each other. We head back over to Jose. He'll draw a card. I think they may have picked up another copy of Stony Silence. Not great in multiples, but it's always nice to have one.
It's a little bit of cover in case Overturf has an answer to one of them.
Yeah, Wear Tear or something. Attack for 4 is going to bring Overturf down to 14. Your follow-up is a Blade Splicer. Going to bring a Golem along with it. We'll head back over to Overturf. Overturf will draw. Overturf says we're done. No more, thank you. Stony Silence, too much.
Love the concession there.
Oh, when you beat, you beat.
Well, he could have just taken it on the chin for 2 more attacks. But Ryan and I think, have similar tastes as far as playing out the hopeless ones go.
Similar taste, you say? Well, he's going to go back to the drawing board here in just a moment, and we will go back to the sideboard as well. Now, this time, we're going to do game night, but this time you're going to slow it down for our viewers at home.
Well, we're less pressed for time.
Well, we're never pressed for time because we can tell them to not begin play.
Yeah, but that didn't sound like that was the case when we were. I was told to rush.
You go ahead and do your thing.
Anywho, here's a promotion. StarCityGames.com game night. Go.StarCityGames.com/game night. Find out more information. Every month we make new kits with pins and tokens we send to the stores that are signed up for game night. Then those stores can run game night however they want to, any day of the week, any format they want. Just get players in the store on a regular basis for some fun and friendly magic. Right now, we are in April, and for April, we have the 3 Brave Mice kit. We have a couple more kits to show you here in May. We'll be giving out Feline Focus, and then in June, Prehistoric Playtime. Again, go.StarCityGames.com/game night. Find out more information and find the game night closest to you. Stores, if you want to get signed up for game night, contact your Star City Games in-store play representative.
Well done.
That was a leisurely stroll.
It was.
Through the ad, as opposed to last time where I was told, be quick.
That was well done. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks. I've done that one before. Yeah. Not new.
Not your first rodeo, as it were. We are in round number 8 here at SCG Milwaukee, our largest open of all time. A little over 1,050 players. So thank you to everyone who came out to the Wisconsin Convention Center here in Milwaukee. Really awesome to have this turnout here this weekend. The SCG Tour has been really, really well attended all year long. And you know what? I'm hoping that we get something very similar for SCG Con.
That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, about 2 months down the road here. We are really pumped up for that weekend and that tournament. We're hoping we get a lot of people for our invitational and for our Duel for Duels and our Vintage Power 9 tournament and our No Ban List Modern Open. No ban list, baby.
A lot of good stuff going on. And not to look too far ahead.
Yes.
Las Vegas.
You are pumped about that show.
I will be pumped for exactly 24 hours. And then sometime around Sunday, I will take a dark spiritual turn.
Yeah.
But I will have a very fun Friday evening and Saturday.
Okay. Okay. I'll make sure you're all right. We'll get a good meal or two. It'll be a good time. Mm-hmm. Don't you worry, buddy. I got you. Been a minute since I've been to Vegas. But it should be a good time. Maybe Ryan Overturf will join us there. Jose too, as we are underway in game number 3. Signal Pest, Ornithopter, Mox Opal, Vault Scourge. Get all the stuff out there before Stony Silence beats you.
Yes.
That's how it's done.
Look at that squad.
Hope to draw a 2-drop. Since his hand is just 2 lands.
I appreciate Overturf getting the Antiquities Ornithopter.
Ugh.
Doesn't cost a whole lot. It's awesome to have.
I hate it.
Why?
Because I'm a hater. I don't like old cards.
But they're really cool and in a way that's, you can't fake it. You know what I mean?
Inkmoth next is going to get fired up. Let's go. Red Zone. With the Battle Cry trigger. A little bit of infect, a little bit of regular damage. We'll see if Jose has like a Lightning Bolt or a Path to Exile or what have you. I see hand motions. Are we arguing over a Battle Cry trigger?
Oh, almost certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lock.
Yep. Have you ever seen anything more sure in your entire life? What is happening? Oh boy. Ah. See, you did not give me the opportunity to kill your creature before you attacked. All right, then we'll unwind things.
And now it appears that it's not clear. The turf just waiting for a green light.
I just want to attack, man. I just want to attack. Some brief conversation between the players. Okay, my thing's dead. Now you're going to take 1 infect and 1 damage. And now I have a land to work with underneath Stony Silence. See? No harm, no foul. We're just moving along here, folks. Just keep it going. Overturf with just 2 lands in hand. And we'll head back over to Jose. Jose will draw. Didn't get a great look at it. Got a Thalia and some other toys in hand, however. That was a Ghost Quarter. This is a Stony Silence. The Fun Police is back. But this time Ryan can operate underneath it. Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, that's very polite of you.
I try to be polite when I'm in the booth.
He does have a few cards that continue to have text.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's
you see the plan now.
gotta get the poison damage through.
Yes. Yes. Make it bigger. Overturf will pass the turn back. Munoz has picked up a copy of Flicker Wisp. Sacred Fountain enters battlefield untapped. See what the big follow-up here is. Maybe our good pal Lean and Arbiter?
The Relic
Warder, okay. Vault Scourge down. Pass the turn back. Back to Overturf we go. He'll draw. Galvanic Blast. That one's not so bad. Along with a dispatch in hand as well. Firebolt Inky. Attack it. Ghost Quarter it. Overturf with no other basics to search up. Play a useless Darksteel Citadel and pass the turn back. I guess it might not be as useless as it appears, simply because it is a third artifact for Metalcraft. So we don't want to sell it too short. Here comes Lean in Relic Warder. Overturf going to fall down to 18. And we'll just go back over to Ryan, who's picked up a cranial plating. Nice.
Sweet.
In for 1. That's probably dead too. Ah, Blessed Alliance. Should have attacked with the Ornithopter.
Yep.
Classic mistake.
We are going to talk to him about that.
Yeah, we sure are.
Not that it matters. He's just getting beat up so bad right now.
It's not great,
Even
yeah.
if he had his land, it's not like it would matter all that much.
There's a dispatch. Yes. Kill that. Get my Vault Scourge back. Thank you. Can I untap? Yes, you may. Draw. Beat the. Ah, now
Yes!
look at it. See, he learns from his mistakes. You got to like that.
Some lessons you need to learn but once.
But once, that's correct. Now I'll get you with that Ornithopter. Very smart. Playing Archon Ravager. Not going to get me twice. Blessed Alliance. Didn't get a great look at the draw.
Not clear what could be going on in Munoz's.
I think he has all 3s in hand.
It must just be all 3s. An Ornithopter trucking on in.
Vault Scourge going to gain a little bit of life. Play a Springleaf Drum, pass the turn back. Munoz will draw a card. I think he just drew another copy of Blessed Alliance, I think. No, I think that's, okay, it's a land, it's a Ghost Quarter. The game is over. Here is, oh boy. Oh, that's actually, no, that's not that big a deal. It comes back with a counter, right?
I don't know the exact language on Ravager.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
like,
it comes back with a counter. Yeah, never mind. Thought that was better than it might be. Yeah, kill that thing.
Signal Pest.
Signal Pest isn't bad.
Adds a lot.
Love it.
Ryan, I think, trying to get, now that Munoz has land number 3, he's going to start deploying a lot of stuff. And I think the hope here from Overturf side is you're getting down to 12, and maybe you can chain together the Galvanic Blast to get this one over. But trying to kill the Flicker Wisp to get an extra point of damage, well, the next turn he's going to have some blocker. You're going to be back at the same spot.
But if you kill the Flicker Wisp this turn, like if Jose plays, I don't know, Blade Splicer, okay? Like you might be happy. Like now you're happy to kill Flicker Wisp and because your Signal Pest is going to pump with the team more. I think you're okay with this now.
Yes.
Yeah. And if I'm right, I'm getting in there with that Archon Ravager, by the way.
No doubt. So, I mean, you'd much prefer just to have the modular counter moved on to a flyer of some sort
You
because
also,
the ground's so bad.
If he blocks with the Golem, first strike damage, put the counter onto one of your creatures, you get an additional point that way.
Oh, man.
Do you think I was going to miss that? No. No, I'm not going to miss that.
No.
So you actually want to block with Blade Splicer, not the Golem token, if you're going to block at all. This is the grindiest grind that anyone's ever ground.
This is a tough way to do it.
It's a good block.
Very good block.
So let's see, 2, 3 damage are going to be dealt, it looks like. Counter, love putting it on the Ornithopter.
Got diversified.
Stink Moth. Okay, okay. Ryan Overturf in the grindhouse here. Draw a card. Burrington Forge Tender.
Based on what's happened the last couple of turns, I would suspect Munoz's hand just has to be 3s. So probably no opportunity here to play a Forge Tender. Just going to tap out for some other 3.
Okay. Golem going to come in for 3. Overturf's going to fall down to 16. Let's see what this is going to be. This is Flicker Wisp. Okay. All right, draw a card. Another Galblast? Nah, I know he's got a cranial plating. Don't have a great look at Ryan's hand right now. All right, fire that up. I think he does have another Galvanic Blast, and I think he's just trying to figure out where he's supposed to put it, if he puts it anywhere. Whoa. Okay, this feels very much like the turn previous then. Like we've already seen this before?
Yes.
Yeah. 4 Infect, pass the turn back. Steel Overseer in hand too.
Is that a Battlefield Forge?
For who?
2.
He's got 2 in his deck?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And no copies of Arid Mesa.
Okay. Oh, he's playing Leonin Arbiter.
Yep.
There's Battlefield Forge. What on earth is this? That's game. That's game.
Just when it seemed like Overturf might just have enough weird stuff going on to get across the finish line.
Nope. Pia and Kieran Millar. Nope. Yep, we're done. Jose Munoz is going to win this match over Ryan Overturf. 2-1. White Red Tax is going to take care of Affinity, and it's the power of Stony Silence that compels you.
Yeah, removal and Stony Silence.